Okay, so we're doing a demo on transforming fear of promoting oneself in their business. This part of the video is really about sussing out all of his resistance, and then in the video that's coming next, tomorrow, you're gonna see how we transform and heal that inner child.
The only resistance is this aspect where I feel like when it comes to speaking, I feel like my voice is not that engaging.
Your voice is not that engaging. It's engaging,
Yeah,
but not that engaging.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. How engaging does it have to be?
To keep people interested and hooked to the topic so that they enjoy it.
Okay. Um, so your resistance comes to the speaking because you have this belief that your voice is not that engaging.
Yeah,
Yes? Okay. Okay. And what's important about having an engaging voice?
a whole lot of.
Okay, good.
Whenever I think about the aspect of public speaking, whenever I think about getting there out on the stage and talking to people,
Hmm.
then that aspect of having an engaging voice
Hmm.
makes me think about it. I started taking voice lessons so that
Congratulations. That's huge. That's awesome.
so, so that part I am doing, but what I feel is like when I am on stage or in front of people, suddenly the kind of energy that I am demonstrating now, it just dips.
You feel like that. Is that true?
No, I sound, I don't know, because my online analyzer is always working when I'm speaking.
Well, what do we, for this coaching call, we're thinking about the webinar, right?
Yeah, webinar.
Is the webinar live or is it on the computer pre-recorded or is it both?
No, it will be live.
Fantastic. Okay. And have you done one yet?
I have done one last month.
Did you listen to it?
No, I didn't get chance to record it.
So you don't know whether or not your voice was engaging. For all you know, it was very engaging, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's interesting. So when having an engaging voice, what's important about that? What is that going to do for you?
uh, that makes me feel confident about my content that it will be heard and it, uh, it will benefit.
So it will be heard and it will benefit. And when your content is heard and it benefits people, what does that do for you?
That makes me feel happy.
It makes you feel happy. What
Yeah.
else? Or is it just happy?
Uh, Obviously, it feels makes me feel confident to go out and do the next one.
Confident to go out and do the next one. So confident to me is really more of a sense of certainty.
Mhm.
So about something, it's certainty about something. So when you have that confidence, what is it that you're certain about? Does it? And first of all, is my definition appropriate for you?
Yes,
Okay.
it's,
So you have that confidence to go out and do the next one. What is it that you're confident in?
so that makes me confident about topic,
Confident about the topic.
yeah,
Okay.
content,
Okay.
my
What about it?
delivery. Mm. What about
What about it?
content?
Yep.
So the content will be more appropriate to the audience because now I start understanding and engaging in the webinar. So I know what is the need.
Hmm.
So the content is more clear in the sense that what is to be delivered instead of
Yep.
just being touching upon something. And there will be a good flow
A good
in
flow.
that delivery.
Okay. So let's say you're happy, you have this confidence in the content and the delivery, the flow is there. What else do you get to feel when you have all of that?
It gives me a sense of easiness that I can do it and suddenly a whole lot of, I can feel like a whole lot of opportunity will open up.
So, and tell me how much of this is true or if I'm missing anything. But you start to do your webinars, and then you get derailed by trying to learn more and more and more. And I asked you if it's okay to just do the webinars the way you want to, right? Where you start a small chunk, you take 10 days to make the webinar, you get some feedback on it, and then you create another one, right? That's
Yeah.
ideally in a perfect world what you'd be doing. And then I asked you, do you have any resistance to that? And then you said, maybe my voice is not engaging enough. And so what's important about being engaging? And you go on to say, I'd be happy, I'd have confidence in my delivery, I'd have it in my content, which would allow me to feel a certain ease.
Yeah.
And I would also know that I used the word capable. You didn't use the word capable, but it was, I know I can do it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So would it be okay with you? And I want you to like genuinely check in with the part of you that's been giving you the resistance. So think about doing the webinar in the new way, where you just do it and you get feedback on it and you start, in that cycle. And I want you to bring up the resistance and notice how you become aware of that resistance. And first of all, just thank it for being there, because this resistance wants you to be engaging. It wants you to be happy. It wants you to be confident. It wants you to have that sense of ease and that capability, and for those opportunities to come your way. And that's why it's been such a challenge for you, is because this resistance actually wants a lot for you. And is there anything else that it wants that we haven't mentioned?
It wants to protect from rejection.
Yeah, good. Good, good, good. And what's important about that?
What's important about is that that rejection will make me feel low, and then again, getting out and doing it might not be that easy, or will not be that easy.
So the rejection might make you feel low, and then getting out and doing it again might not be that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and if it's not easy, then you wouldn't be able to just do it, essentially.
Yeah.
Right? So the fear is here, I get rejected, then I feel bad, then I'm not going to do it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
interestingly, the resistance is actually stopping you from doing it so that you will do it. Yeah.
Mhm.
And in a strange way, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Only to self-concept people were like, yeah, of course, that's what resistance does, Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is, you said feeling low? What is the feeling that you're avoiding here?
That sense of failure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the strongest.
Is there anything else there?
No, I don't think so.
So is it fair for me to say the opposite? By protecting you from failure, it wants you to be successful. Is that fair for me to say?
Yes.
And when you're successful, ultimately, what do you get to feel?
That I share, that sense of ease, confidence.
Yep. Okay. So again, I'm going to ask that you thank this part um, for protecting you from rejection and from failure. And when you thank that part, what do you notice? What happens when you thank that part?
As I did that, what I feel is that the sensation was here, the part, the kind of experience it was creating, the resistance I could feel here as if radiating.
Okay.
Then it kind of subsided, and it's much more, I would say, almost unnoticeable,
What
that sensation.
what would be the actual results of this resistance? So, it's there to protect you from failure and rejection, ultimately, so you can have success and that ease and capability, the opportunity, all of those wonderful things that you want to do, even beyond doing the webinar.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how well is this resistance working? How well does it protect you from failure? How well does it actually make you happy and give you confidence and make you feel capable and at ease?
Well, this resistance, since I am not able to do what I want to do, say for in this example, we have chosen the context of webinar. So when I am not able to do it, I start working on the background part of it, preparing myself,
Ah,
going deeper. So every time, yeah, I am not able to do it, but it makes me go deeper into the aspect of learning, so
yeah,
that if I have to do, the content could be better. It has much more depth. It could be useful.
great,
So my capability
great.
keeps on improving.
Great. So this is actually a really great example here, because you have
Yeah.
real tangible benefits from this resistance. It's actually doing something for you. It's making you better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, is there another way that it would be okay to increase your capability that would allow you to actually put your webinars out? Check in with the part.
What another way that comes up is like doing it one to one,
Doing what one-to-one?
like engaging with people one to one, maybe online also,
Okay.
to build up that, um, I would say, experience.
Great. And what does, if you're engaging with people one-on-one, is that a new direction that you want to pursue and then do webinars? Or do you want to do them both in tandem?
I would rather prefer to do both in tandem, because one to one is like a long drawn thing. And apart from that, the reason for doing webinar is also that the people start knowing me. So
Yes.
one to one will be a long journey, very long
Yeah, totally. So what about if you check in with that resistance and explain to it that, you know, not being able to do these webinars is slowing you down from being successful, and explain to it the actual results that it's causing in your life. And then ask it if it would be willing to support you in doing the webinars. And it doesn't have to know how yet. Just ask if it would be willing. And if there's resistance, let me know. It's okay if it doesn't agree.
journey. Yeah, there's a resistance. What I can hear, it's like the part is saying like you might not be equipped to handle such kind of rejection if it does not work out.
Or it says you might not be able to handle rejection. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. How old is this part?
The school going.
It's a schoolboy.
Mm.
How old is that schoolboy? Approximately.
10.
Great. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to imagine that we're with that schoolboy.